the one standing in front of you today is Daveyton. I'm from Bulamunyako. Before I start, I'm welcoming everyone, especially the guest speakers from Movement and MSc Business College, and also the teachers and also the students. So before we start, can I have Ma'am Charity to open us with the prayer? Resources such as home affairs and stuff. Then we have social problems such as alcohol and substance abuse. We assist in rehabilitation and we housing support system and referral to some. And then we have repatriation for those who want to go back home for some reasons. We also have problems such as regarding an ID and birth certificates, and also those ones we provide support financially. And then we have peer education, whereby we educate learners of life skills, which include interpersonal relationships, bridging, and the division of adolescents and the parents, especially in Ukrainian headed households. Then we have computer classes, The computer classes, it's a project aimed at teaching people computer skills and make them employable. And then we have the HIV and AIDS project. We have the test center for AIDS offense. Bulamia Gwenawa Outreach is now helping 200 children in Whiteville who have been referred by the Whiteville Clinic. And then Bulamunyako has been able to supply toys and some equipment. They are using Methodist Church in Whiteville as a venue. And then we have the Zenzele Crutch. One of our outreaches is in Zenzele informal settlement outside Daveyton. Bulamnyako also helped Zenzele Crutch to build. We also provide toys and environment and other visit the site regularly. Then we have the basic Zulu classes. The basic Zulu classes, we only have them during Saturdays. And the Zulu classes, it's the project aimed at improving communication and better understanding of each other's cultural differences by giving Zulu lessons. And then we have the harvest care. The harvest care is at Binoni. We provide the meals. It's such as a soup kitchen. We provide meals twice a week from homeless people living in the streets or Binoni. That is on Tuesday weekdays, Thursday and Sunday. At the onset during this meeting, every year harvest care personnel distribute blankets to the people who are very needy. Then we have the food garden. The food garden led by Daveyton Methodist Church. They plant vegetables and give to the pensioners. And some of this use them to cook for the children at Zenzele Crutch. And then we have the visiting clinic. Visiting clinic, it's the pre and post HIV counseling. We have the drawing blood and referrals to clinics, TB screening, and CD4 count and opportunistic infections. We have the care and support for people living with HIV and AIDS. We're implementing projects for people living with HIV and AIDS, such as flower arranging and beadwork. We have holding monthly awareness campaigns to educate the public about HIV and AIDS, diseases, prevention, transmission, treatment, stigma, and discrimination. I thank you guys. For further questions, we'll give you time to prepare. Okay. Can I have the speaker from YEP movement, which is Balisa, to tell us more about the YEP movement?
Once again, Ningani, Nyapiya. So standing in front of you is Upanisa Wagamadumo. I am the CEO and founder of EF Movement, what you guys see there. So before I speak any further of myself, let me just briefly fully introduce myself. So I was born and bred in Wattville, grew up in Wattville, and now, upon growing up, guys, it appeared most imperative that at the end of the day, we come and give back to you guys. So we are here because Sizeleni to help you. So any problems that you guys have, you address them to us and we give you the relevant people. We are here to motivate you guys because I understand everyone that's in here is matric, right? In our matric years, we didn't have people coming to our schools and giving us such information. So it is most vital that you guys, you grab it. And you grab it with both ears, both arms, and your everything. I completed my matric in 2009. I'm a graduate of mechanical engineering. I am an Activate Change driver for 2015. I'm a student studying production technology. And I am a founder of a youth organization, Youth Empowering Phenomenal Movement. So before I go any further, we have our first speaker, which is Mr. Deboho Mafodi. He is from Wattville. He's an entrepreneur. Some of you guys may know him from TV, but he's actually here to just say a few words to you guys. Can you give him a round of applause?
sina mic, so tina sina matapatana ma mic. Let's have rules, because obviously due to the fact that the sound yet it's not proper. So if ever we make it sound like cool, then it's either if we scream so that we're able to hear. Okay, like I've been introduced. My name is Daveyton. Mafoli is my surname, and he's another age. My mother, my Daveyton is good. Then we moved to a white village back in the day. So, growing up, I always say to people, which I mean, it's unfortunate. You see some of these people, these are the people in Kulenabo. I went to a black primary school, I went to a black high school. And from the Potarano primary, and from the Twat high school. So usually I like saying to people, so I remember this particular day, I was getting off stage. Somebody was saying to me, you know, you'll never say what is gas material. I took offense with what is gas material. Just because in Shade I went to a black primary school, a black high school, it means that there's a particular way that I need to be. Because at the end of the day, fact is in community or in the media space, all star, whatever. Have you seen those things? So now, one thing that I made a conscious decision to myself, I'll make an example. Student about you know. But at the end of the day, I made a conscious decision which I'll make an example. Who have been a white bill? I'm going to a white bill from the side, let's say Litchfield. Let me cook about the lake view. Do you know that? In fact, we're the first ones to erect Lemi Kukule in 1990. My mother felt good she wanted to have her own house. Then from the obvious, Maga volunteer at the local clinic, a Whiteville. So there was no way which she would qualify for a bond or whatever. So the solution was for us to train and to erect Miku. And you know, erecting Miku in a situation like that, there's no infrastructure. So the problem is that we had to see 70 toilet A1 as the public toilet. We had to see 70 say in Ibombi A1. You know? So one of the things that I'm coming back from school is that my choice was that I need to go to Takamatram, Nyokamazi, then to come back. My mama was paid, and the following day so was to see. So you know, when you grow up in such a situation, as a black child, you don't understand. So there's situations that are similar to the ones of Kulele Huzo, because these are the situations Kulele Huzo. You know, one move from one west situation to another west situation. I literally had to put in Sulem Kukui and now Nyota and Kudwama White will live out of his pension money. But there's certain experiences to today in South Kubula as Chichiloyan. And I've always said, which is a minute, those are the things that I'll never forget, because those are the things that have defined me. Remember, I said, Mukana infrastructure, Mukana case. So part of that is that so I remember this particular day is that I always say you should try it at home. Utati papa, ufake plate, utata matanda, ufake all the same plate, you mama like you can't. The entire plate 10-0. So which if it was Mina, my mother, no put one omdana. So it was means one person is 1 day, 1 day. So as many in this training scenario of mine, so ni never would know amatanda peli the bed near Hamed. I went to my mom, mama, and only pay another laxas. My mom was very arrogant or very tomato, so what I'm done, I'm going to my under. Because me like Sasa, I need to done another. As a mother, I'm going to be sad. I had what in body black, you know, needed the way you need a corner. Then the following day it was the same scenario. But this time I was smarter. The minute I picked up good Karamatana money in Movemet and one keeper a plate to be able to accommodate Ipapaya. And it's funny that today I'm in business, it's called a strategy. Yeah. So, and one scenario as well that I always never forget is that most of the white people we are put around very distant. You know, most itafis is on Jelly and itafis my car, even others credit. So now, so listen. So now, the problem is that we got to a point even my shoes had those cracks. So by now going to school for me to compensate, I had to take comfort if I applied to West Plateau. But it would be unfortunate whenever it rained, the minute you get to it can't go here that it becomes tissue. So in other class, when other kids are studying, Mina, I'll be freezing. Yeah. So as a black child, those things I didn't understand. So now, fast forward, now I'm in high school. Umvoro will tell you, so growing up, obviously, from the situation that it was, it got so bad that I had to now be smart about it. I had to think some cake, school, and so now I was literally going to school with one plastic bag, yama cake, and another plastic bag saying what, you know. So then, but now you know about the sharp. So they've got a tendency with sometimes with grade 9 or 11, but delay, except from the man keep it for a past level. So but when I'm not for a past level, when for man what because I was going to miss school of So it means now I need to go back home now. I'm okay. Yes. So now I had to be smart and get like-minded kids like myself that come from similar background. Which now I had to go, instead of now having one plastic cake and come and cut 3 or 4. So extending, I'll give the Lord, I'll give the Lord, I'll never put it away. So in case I get delayed, because so sometimes Miss Kalava must leave, in case I get delayed, it's lava by 10 seats. So then from there they give me the money by 10 seats, then I give them a percentage of whatever that they've sold. It's interesting that today I'm in business, it's called franchise. So these are the things that we did in Roshi and you don't understand. So the Etwa they used to do our Mr. and Mrs. Etwa, Mr. and Mrs. FS. Now yes and not. Yes. So now we had to change. I became fortunate with it. As now the business was growing, it's called a mess more. So at that time the principal was decided to buy this. It's called routine in a man saying this is called more value of business, you know. So at least I became fortunate enough to double one hotel and our SRC. Then again I was part of the SRC. So now we had to go seek who DJ from Eloshin. And then we got Utulane as a DJ. So now part of the SRC, I asked them to know I don't compute. You know, I think then we bought. So then I went into the room here, it was Banana music. It was the first time I'm going to computer so close beside my battalion rent. So I was actually blown away. You know? So but now then this guy, what I'm doing video, what I'm movie, I was blown away. I think what changed my life was when I see him playing TV on a computer. It's something that changed my life. Because at the end of the day, I never knew. So now, the strategy was for me because I wouldn't have gone from me to Mama, Mama was not there, which I'm going to compute. Because now we're China and his Mama SRS, could we computer self now? So now, for me, I had to be friends with this guy. So now, I started advertising myself with like, I'm a CVs, I'm a brought to them. I would cross over Guye, newer type of Guye, and same goes to our computers. I said I fixed them. And literally I blew them away. But now the interesting thing is about that is that I learned the skill. I ended up fixing our computers was my library, was and whatsoever, you know. And eventually I was now into this. My friends, Mabang said about you, whenever they were looking at a sports section of a newspaper, I used to look at classified. I applied for this position specifically, I was in grade 11. The requirements were simple. It's metric, A+, N+ and experience. I applied. I was in grade So they appointed whoever they appointed. 6 months later, this guy calls me and he says to me, dude, we want you to come over for an interview. Strange enough, we said to you, our requirements are this and this and this and this. You don't even have matric, you're in grade 11. You know, why do you bother to apply? I said to them, but you know, qualification is nothing but a piece of paper. This guy says to me, you've got a big mouth, come through. I've never even been out of Benoni. Now I had to be going to a better center, to going to Ilo, you know. So it was a mission to go there. It's a story for another day. But yeah, eventually I got there. This guy started interviewing me and speaking a lot of jargon. I couldn't understand what it is that he was talking about. But I told him, dude, I might not know the language, but I know what needs to be done. You know? And he says to me, dude, we want to give you a job. So what are you going to do about school? You know? I said, school, money, school, money. I said, no, school will wait. I'm going for money. So the guy, now I told myself, look, this is a learning experience. Right? So they asked me, can you drive? I didn't say no, I said yes. I came back to Eka, I said, I had to find out which driver, you know? So that's the most interesting part. But now the unfortunate part is that didn't even last long. A year and a half later, the company was bought by a company called America Online. They had to choose one of the best IT teams to go to Australia and the States to actually go work there. The reality is I qualified to go as far as skilled is concerned, but I couldn't go because I didn't have metric. I didn't have qualification. So that was something that went against me. So now I had to go back with LOC. Then coming back LOC, now the parents, hence today I always say, a matter of a man is not how many times you fall, it's whenever you fall, how many times you fall. And one thing our parents don't know is that as young people like this, we've got challenges for our life. But let me tell you one thing that I made a choice on. In the midst of all the challenges that I experienced, there's one thing that I knew is that I'm destined to be successful. I didn't know when, I didn't know how. You know? Coming back, they were starting what we call in Mama Adelaide Tambo, they were starting development centers. There's one like Daveyton, there's others in Movemet. I was chosen as one of the guys to come compete and to actually get the job. I got the job, I was an IT training manager. Now I was teaching people IT. The beauty about that is that where I was working, at night there was a night school. So literally during the day I was going to work, at night I was going to night school to get my qualifications. You know, I became fortunate that the way I was so good at what I do. Hence I always say you need to be so good at what you do that it becomes hard for them to recognize it. Do you understand? Yes, you need to be so good at what you do so that it becomes hard for them to ignore you. So if ever we say Daveyton, and come fetch you at Daveyton, that is if you're good. But if ever you're not good, you're going to be generic. No one is going to be coming from wherever to fetch you. I mean, I was good at what I do. I was fortunate enough to say, in the midst of us reporting, within our reports, it got to the president, which no man, this boy was one kid. That is a self-taught IT guru that didn't get the opportunity to go to school. You know? So the president came down with, at the time, he started a division called the Presidential National Commission. I was taking a white bill, sent to TUT, to go study information communication technology. There was I didn't dream of going to university. I didn't even have money to go to university. Now I was going to university, the president paying for me. Do you understand? So, and now fast forward my life. I decided to work for big companies and a lot of major companies. But I made a conscious decision to say, you know what? For me, a job is just being overbroke. You know, job is J-O-B and it's just overbroke. I don't want to be just overbroke. I mean, I want to create opportunities for others. I made a conscious decision to say I want to run a business, and I started a business. Starting a business doing IT, getting other people's tables, it was not easy. But fact is, I always say never underestimate humble beginnings because that's where I started. I met a guy called Zusiso Mfanas who had made his first million at 21 years of age at the time. He said to me, Ndoda, what do you want? I said, no, I want to be a millionaire by the age of 35. He said, why do you want to be a millionaire then when you can be a millionaire now? Coming from the township is new language. And here, so, but he said to me, you know what, dude? The question is, in what you do, would you walk in a net bank and fix that computer? I said, yeah, I will, but I need to work in under dimension data. He said, you see, you're working in under anybody's share. You need to be working in your share. He introduced me to an industry called the digital media or the digital marketing. Digital marketing is your Facebook, your Twitter, your internet marketing. We're the guys that trended Facebook, we're the guys that trended Twitter. What we did is that we took brands and we aligned them with the technology at the time. Little did I know, Wuchi, by the grace of God, I'll make my first million at 23. So, that's why at the end of the day, to date, when my mother comes to my house, sometimes he cries. But there's this boy, and today is regarded as one of the youngest top entrepreneurs in the country. So, and guys, are you listening? So at this day and age, for me, money is not the problem is how to spend it. Guys, Guys, listen, the point here is not to show off, but the point is to show you it's possible. You need to tell yourself when as an individual, or if other people can do it for themselves, you can do it. If the guy that taught me business has made his million at 21, I could make mine at 23, you can make yours at 20. There's a lot of solutions. Well, today we came here as a team because we believe in you. We came here as a team because we want to tell you that it's possible. So it's a choice that you need to make. For you to come in back at Daveyton and you want to be conformed within the walls and the streets that's at Daveyton, it's a choice you want to make. For you to change the situation Yagi and change the situation as a Daveyton, it all depends on you. This life, anything that you want to become, you have the ability to become. It doesn't matter the situation that you're going to become. Today I've got a TV show. In fact, I've got a couple of TV shows. You must watch my show every Monday at DSTV channel 412, 5:30, and another show every Tuesday, DSTV channel 262, 9:30, 6:30. We're talking about entrepreneurship and showcasing opportunities that are out there for entrepreneurs. If other countries they could create young entrepreneurs like yourselves, I mean today something that you can do. There's opportunities for you to go to school in this day and age. Go to school, empower yourself, start that business. Who knows, maybe I could be one of the investors in your business and definitely make something out of yourself.
But I'm not alone. We hope at least that we have a little bit of time to take you through career exhibition and all those kind of necessary things, application and so on and so forth. So here I've got, I'm just going to introduce them so that if you have time, you are able to talk to them and ask them questions. We have got Mlungisi, who's doing education at UJ. He will raise his hand. And then we have Dudusi, who's doing actuarial science at Ben's University. And Buzu's also doing actuarial science at Ben's University. We have Sizwe Mabilisa, who's doing honors in geography. And me and since we graduated previously and we're doing our second degrees, I'm also doing my honors in geography. But they always say that people don't care how much you know, how much you have, until they know that you care. So for you, we are here because you've got application forms from University of Witwatersrand, UJ, BUT, TUT, and we will leave them with your teachers because we don't know who wants which, you understand. And then you go to the teacher, they will be able to distribute them to you accordingly. And also, so I'm not going to say much, but today is the birthday of Malcolm X. And he used to say that education is the passport to the future. And the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Most of us are from Ethnis Mamgele, and we subscribe to the idea of excellence. We subscribe to getting distinctions because we are aware that in the world, people want to associate themselves with the best. Equally so to bursaries, universities, they want the best of the best. So my message to you young people today, I hope that it will represent everyone who would have loved to say something. Strive for excellence. Strive for distinctions. Yes, they might say they want level 5, level 4 for maths and physics, history, and so on and so forth to get into the university. But you know what's going to happen? They will take the best of the best. If me and Siso have got level 7s and they only want 2 people for a bursary, they will take the 2 of us. You understand? So don't say, I'm just going to get level 4 and get the, put yourself, put the effort, the necessary effort that will allow you to get there. Throughout my academic career, I've been funded. I was funded by GCRA. I'm now funded by Mining Qualification Authority. We've got bursaries from VHP, Environmental Affairs. So every information that we're going to leave with you here, make use of it and liaise with your teachers. My last point will be, this man has made it the war. So I always say this to young people that you should say, if it is to be, it's up to you. And if it is to happen, I have to make it happen. It is not up to me, it is not up to your teachers, it is up to you. Thank you very much.
Before we get to that, let me quickly tell you what's the idea. So Youth Movement was an idea I've had ever since growing up because I've been exposed to environments of giving without expecting anything in return. Growing up, I was being when you go to charity events, it's these old people. When you are in youth organizations, you are led by these old people. And I asked myself, where are all of my young people? And that was when the idea of Youth Movement came along. When I started the Youth Empowerment Phenomenal Movement, I started it on the basis of charity because I was mostly charity-based. Until I met people as I went along that had broadened my mind to say, no, if you're going to work with young people, then give them what gives them the edge. Never. So what the organization does is we have members and we accept members. If you want to be a part of it, you are accepted with no membership fee and anything. But then you must be willing to give with your time. You must be willing to give with your talent. You must be willing you embrace yourself the best way you can. What the organization does is it is a youth development-based organization. What we do is we do motivational speaking at school. So we provide motivational speaking with faculty-based advisory from this university. We get them bringing us this information that you see right here. They give us bursary forms, application forms, and motivation on how to get to where they are. Another thing we do is we do social development. That is why you see us here, because we were invited by Ibula Munyako, which is a community center, Binoni. What we do is, if you guys have any problems, we know you are young people. And as Sister we have our principal say, and our question was, do you guys dig in why they failing? Because at the end of the day, it may not be because our foodie, But maybe a kaya kunespaza shop, maybe a kaya you are living in an abusive home. After school, I wish you have what's classes now, 5. There are kids and get beaten to say no, you stayed at school until 5 o'clock. It's unacceptable. You have kids they head in the homes, we have child-headed families. And all of that, it impacts on your schoolwork at the end of the day. So it's a point we are trying to raise to school to say no, look at the bigger picture. That's why we're saying. Maybe there is that one thing that's lying behind if they learn school. And that's where we come in. If you guys are experiencing some of those problems, you come to us and we will take it to the relevant people. We are trying to alleviate failure, we are trying to alleviate our gap here, we are trying to alleviate our pick and pay after matric. We want you guys to go to school. We want you guys to finish your matric, to finish your varsity, get your qualifications and get good jobs. Another thing that we do arts and entertainment. We know abanye bantu abekho intellectual, let's be honest. Some of you guys, you can sing, you can dance, you can act. You have the talent. We want to embrace it. We work with production companies that actually want some of you guys with those talents. So you may pass your matric, but find out you cannot make it to varsity. But you've got this talent that you can use and make the best out of. We want to empower that out of you. And let people know you for who you are. We also want you guys must make good career choices. Because your friend is going to do it. Don't do this because you're under pressure. Do something you are good at, something you know you're going to excel on. Because at the end of the day, we want excellency from all of us. And we want this South Africa to be led by young people. Honestly, it's imperative when we are standing in front of you, we are setting a good example. So guys, what's happening here is Youth Empowering Phenomenal Movement on the 23rd of May, which is going to be the Saturday. We are launching the movement. That is for some of you guys that are interested to come. What's going to be happening on the day is we are going to be having stakeholders A2. We are going to be having people that we have present. We're going to be having ETM, we're going to be having the Faculty of Guest Advisor present. We are going to be having a lot of information because we are also going to be having a nice time. There's going to be motivation, what we are best for, and there's going to be performances. So we're going to be having our music, our drama, our acting, our brass band, our everything. We're going to be having our guest celebrities, like you guys see on the poster. We're going to be having Raphael Britton. So if you guys watch Rhythm City, we're going to have Umam Peter from Rhythm City. We're going to be having Ukalusile Shabalala, who was Unzi before the new Unzi now. And at the end of the day, guys, it is to benefit you, it is to enhance Impilo Zenu to be better. So tickets are available from me. My numbers are on the posters. We're going to leave some posters with the school just in case any of you need to contact me regarding anything. If you're interested in arts, in entertainment, if you need a problem solved, if you need us to visit your school, anything, then you guys can contact us. And just in closure, I just want to encourage you guys. I know being in matric is painful because it's short and you've got so much to do. But a wise man said, pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, an hour, a day, or even a year. But at the end of the day, it will subside. Nani, you are having this pain now, but you are going to be reaping the fruits of your pain later. So,